JB's Entertainment Rundown.
Top of the charts is continuing, and look who's joining me now. Well, I guess you can't see who's joining me. It's Anoop Desai from American Idol. How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, thanks. Welcome to Vancouver. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
You, I know, are familiar with our beer.
Yes, yes.
Do you remember what kind?
Molson.
Molson Canadian. There you are.
I've had a lot of Molson.
You remember the beer? Do you remember anything after that, though?
There was just, random spatterings of French here and there. I was in Montreal, so I don't, not too much.
There are no like pictures on Facebook from that, or
I think I deleted them all when I got on the show.
Well, you're here in Canada now for work, though.
Yes,
and
yes.
fun, of course, with the American Idol tour. Mm-hmm. Tell me, this is the third city. What has surprised you about touring with your fellow idols?
Honestly, not a lot. We rehearsed we rehearsed a lot for this tour. We were in rehearsals for about a month before we even started. So, and we all get along. We all know each other. I think, down the road, it's going to be interesting to see how the whole bus situation works. That's the only thing I have a little bit of trepidation about. But I don't think it'll be a big deal.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, Allison, or somebody was mentioning that you leave a venue almost, and you go right onto the bus sometimes. Is that what's going to be happening?
We leave a venue, and then a lot of times we'll just drive overnight to the next place. We'll get off the bus at 4 or 5 a.m., sleep again in our hotel room until 10 or 11, and then we do it all over again.
Are there any crazy antics already, like pranks, or what's happening? Do you want me to beat up Danny? Is Danny a problem? Because I'll get him.
That would actually be great.
Okay, where is he?
Just to shut him up for about 5 minutes.
I was talking with him the other week, and he's not doing a get ready because I wanted to be a backup dancer for him for that song. So maybe you could swing that deal. Maybe we could.
You might just be able to jump on stage. I don't know how tight security is.
So let's talk about then what we're going to be seeing at the show, at the concert. We have a lot of individual, like solo numbers.
Yeah, most of the show is solo numbers, and then at the end of each act, there's a big group number. Okay,
so what can we hear from you in this show and then the rest of the tour?
Well, it's a shame. Same show everywhere we go, but I'm going to be highlighting what I want to do later, which is it's pop music. It has an R&B, definitely an R&B feel to it, and I'm using this as sort of an audition process, because I don't have a record deal yet. I'm hoping to ink one before the end of the summer.
That should be good. Now, some music that we did see on American Idol last season. Michael Jackson, of course. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that quickly then, and how much of an inspiration any artist. Michael Jackson for a lot of up-and-coming artists.
He created what pop music is today. My first album was Boyz II Men too, but my second album was his Dangerous album. So I listened to that over and over and over again. He inspired what R&B music is now. He inspired in large part what rock music is now. He was a consummate performer. He's the greatest performer of all time. And everyone was always trying to be like him. There won't be another one, but we were lucky in that we got to sing his music for 1 week. It unfortunately didn't go too well for me, but I'm happy that I had the chance.
I gotta correct you. Obviously, it did work for you. Look where we are.
Yeah, right. True.
Just that maybe that one song perhaps didn't.
Yeah, didn't work out too well that week.
Yeah. What is the one memory? Like, if you were to close your eyes right now and somebody says Michael Jackson, what image, what visual do you get?
The visual of him getting shot out of the stage, and he did this. I think it was on the Dangerous tour, and he just stood there for like a minute, and completely still, and everyone was cheering, and then he reaches up and like takes his glasses off. Everyone starts cheering louder and louder and louder. He had every audience he performed in front of in the palm of his hand, which is what everyone strives to do. And everyone tries to imitate that, come on stage and be, kind of be badass and stuff, and just stand there and be like, oh, look at me. But, everyone else that does that is a poser. He made that cool.
I did get a question from one of the listeners at Kiss FM in Vernon, British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be wearing pink at all in the tour?
I think I have some pink buttons on one of my shirts, but nothing too loud.
It's brave.
Yeah.
It worked for you, though?
I like wearing pink.
Maybe
really
Michael
do.
Jackson didn't work for you, but pink?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah, no,
not?
I love wearing pink. I think it's a cool color. All the stylists always put me in weird colors because they think that it goes with my skin tone. I don't know.
Well, let's talk about things like that. We hear people who haven't been on the show and gone through the process. Do you pick what you wear, or are these people dressing you and saying this is what you're going to look like? What happens?
It's a collaborative thing. For example, all the clothes that I'm wearing on tour, I bought. So these are all my clothes that I'm wearing for this tour, just because I wasn't feeling what they put me in at first. But it was. I sort of have a vision of what I want to look like, and then it's up to them to sort of make it look good. I'm like, I want to look like this, and sort of give them a lot of really ambiguous adjectives, and then they sort of make it work. So.
But Anoop Desai, thanks so much for joining us.
Anytime,
Enjoy the
my
tour.
pleasure.
Congratulations, and all the best. And we're going to be looking for your album, and you're going to be wearing pink on the cover, aren't you?
I would love to.
Who do I write to suggest that?
Whoever signs me. So.
Thanks so much for talking to us today.